Good evening. For my research paper, I have chosen to research the U.S. Army Chaplain Corps with a particular focus on the Civil War period. So not only the United States Army, but also the Confederate forces, and how those chaplains impacted the morale of the soldiers, as well, and more importantly, their spiritual growth and stability, spiritual health, during these crazy conflicts, battle after battle after battle in the Civil War. So in the process of my research, I came across a large variety of important facts, things such as the fact that prior to 1861, there really wasn't a U.S. Army field manual for chaplains. That was something that was severely lacking. So prior to that, chaplains really didn't have a distinct method to their operation. Being a veteran myself and a member of the unit ministry team, I was a chaplain assistant for 21 years in the United States Army. I have a very good knowledge on what a chaplain does, what the roles of those positions are within the military. Unfortunately, prior to the Civil War, many chaplains did not, and they just kind of played it by ear, if you will, until there was some guidance placed. And even then, after the guidance was put into place, the variety of chaplains was so immense in the Civil War. You had denomination after denomination. You had the first Jewish chaplain that was ever ordained in the U.S. Army after Abraham Lincoln ordained and commissioned him in 1861. Catholic chaplains became much more prominent during this period, even though the Second Great Awakening had really put in place an anti-Catholic feel within the nation as a whole. These chaplains, in the midst of the commission of their duties, would minister to the wounded, to the sick, providing last rites to the dying. They would build unit morale and spiritual welfare within the camps when the battles were not going on. They would travel and suffer hardships with the armies. As the armies traveled, they were right there hand in hand with the soldiers. And in fact, several chaplains became known as the Fighting Fathers as they took up arms in the midst of battle, which is something now in modern warfare is actually against the rules of war. That was not the case during the Civil War. So the chaplains played an immense role in supporting their troops. And during the process of this support, revival actually broke out both in Union and Confederate camps, spread throughout the camps. Estimates are that over 150,000 soldiers came to know the Lord during the conflict, the Civil War, thanks to the undying efforts of the Chaplain Corps that was providing spiritual guidance and support to these soldiers. The Confederate chaplains and the Union chaplains both felt that their cause was just, that God was indeed on their side, and that through the conflict, God's judgment would be brought forth upon the losing side as a sign that they were in fact not in alignment with his plan. So we see many chaplains after the Civil War, particularly in the Confederacy, falling into this idea that it really wasn't a lost cause so much as just a missed opportunity for the South to fulfill its destiny. The North, however, continued to implement its policies in restoring the Union, and chaplains also played a role in that. So it has been a very interesting topic, and I learned a lot in the process.